In this rapidly changing world, a powerful and urgent message is being delivered to humanity through the intercession of the Virgin Mary. She calls upon us to awaken to the realities of our time, a world engulfed in chaos, conflict, and confusion. The words of Our Lady serve as a wake-up call, urging us to recognize the signs of the times and realign our lives with divine will. The world is in turmoil, and merely observing these crises from afar is no longer enough. Action is not optional, it is imperative. Humanity faces unprecedented levels of uncertainty and division, witnessing wars, natural disasters, and widespread suffering. These are not random occurrences. They are signals that we have strayed from God's intended path. Our Lady's message implores each of us to rediscover our faith, return to prayer, strengthen our communities, and embrace the loving bonds of family. These pillars can anchor us amidst the storms threatening our peace and unity. A central theme of her message highlights the immense value of the elderly. In a society that often overlooks the wisdom of older generations, Our Lady reminds us of their vital importance. They are the guardians of history, carriers of wisdom, and torchbearers of faith. Their life experiences hold invaluable lessons that can guide us through turbulent times. Ignoring their knowledge weakens our connection to the past and robs us of a compass for the future. Having endured struggles, faced challenges, and experienced God's grace in profound ways, they offer clarity in an age of confusion. By honoring and listening to them, we preserve a rich legacy of faith and insight that equips us to navigate today's trials and those yet to come. Within the context of Our Lady's message, we must grasp the gravity of these times. The elderly often bear the brunt of crises, and their marginalization may signify a deeper spiritual shift. This loss transcends the physical. It represents the erosion of guidance, spiritual depth, and alignment with God's plan. We are called to act now, to draw strength and wisdom from those who have walked before us, uniting in faith, prayer, and love. Her message is both a call to action and a plea for reverence. In a culture where the elderly are too often neglected or abandoned, we must reverse this trend and acknowledge the divine significance of these precious souls. By honoring them, we honor the sacred chain of your line. Take the first fish you catch, open its mouth, and you will find a 4-drachma coin. Take it and give it to them for my tax and yours. This story is both miraculous and practical. Though Jesus could have easily avoided paying the tax, he chose instead to honor responsibility, demonstrating that divine solutions often come in unexpected ways. It serves as a reminder that regardless of our obligations, God provides even through unconventional means. Through this teaching, Jesus makes clear that while we have earthly responsibilities, such as paying taxes, our ultimate loyalty belongs to God. This teaches your love. Take the first fish you catch, open its mouth, and you will find a 4-drachma coin. Take it and give it to them for my tax and yours. This story is both miraculous and practical. Though Jesus could have easily avoided paying the tax, he chose instead to honor responsibility, demonstrating that divine solutions often come in unexpected ways. It serves as a reminder that, regardless of our obligations, God provides, even through unconventional means. Through this teaching, Jesus makes clear that while we have earthly responsibilities, such as paying taxes, our ultimate loyalty belongs to God. This teaches us that although we are expected to fulfill worldly duties, our focus must remain anchored in spiritual priorities. Jesus does not dismiss taxes as burdensome or unnecessary, but shows that by fulfilling these obligations, we contribute to the common good, while keeping our hearts fixed on faith. His words invite us to view civic duties, including taxation, with purpose. Taxes fund essential services like schools, roads, and healthcare, benefiting society as a whole. While paying them may sometimes feel burdensome, they can also be seen as an opportunity to support the well-being of our communities. Jesus' attitude reflects how we can honor both our spiritual commitments and our role as active citizens and contributors. It's about balancing respect for earthly laws with unwavering devotion to God. Additionally, in Luke 14:28-30, Jesus offers profound wisdom on financial planning. Suppose one of you wants to build a tower. Won't you first sit down and estimate the cost to see if you have enough money to complete it? For if you lay the foundation and are not able to finish, everyone who sees it will ridicule you. Here, Jesus emphasizes the importance of thoughtful budgeting and planning. He warns against embarking on significant endeavors, whether building a structure or managing finances, without fully understanding what they require, both practically and financially. Debt for many can become a constant burden, pulling us away from the peace God intends for us. Planning wisely ensures that we steward our resources responsibly, aligning our actions with God's design for abundance and freedom. The Bible teaches us that through faith and wise action, we can overcome life's challenges, including financial burdens. Waiting for a miraculous solution isn't the answer. Instead, it's about taking practical steps, guided by unwavering faith to achieve financial freedom. The concept of forming a financial covenant with God invites you to trust in His provision while working diligently and responsibly toward eliminating debt. If your finances feel overwhelming, imagine stepping forward with courage to create a personalized, faith-driven plan that restores control over your resources. This isn't just about managing money. It's about aligning your financial practices with biblical principles, trusting that God will guide you through faith to break free from the chains of debt. A financial covenant is essentially an agreement with God where you invite His wisdom and provision into your financial journey. By blending spiritual insight with actionable financial strategies, you can unlock the door to lasting financial liberty, a gift God desires for you. Investing might seem daunting during tough times, but think of it as planting seeds of hope. Even in seasons of scarcity, we are often called to invest in faith, believing that the harvest promised to us will come at the right time. If you're inspired to act now, trust that today's step could mark the beginning of a new chapter, a legacy built on faith and wisdom. Start crafting a covenant that leads not only to financial stability, but also to true freedom, rooted in divine purpose. In Luke 14:28-30, Jesus shares a profound lesson about budgeting and planning. He urges us not to embark on any project, whether building a house or making a financial commitment, without first counting the cost. Imagine starting something ambitious, only to run out of resources halfway. You lay the foundation, yet the work remains unfinished, leaving behind shame and regret. Through this teaching, Jesus reminds us to be thoughtful stewards of our resources, carefully considering what we take on before diving in. His message encourages intentionality in how we manage our finances, especially in a world that constantly pressures us to live beyond our means. It's all too easy to fall into the trap of impulsive spending, buying things we don't need, accumulating debt to impress others, or projecting a lifestyle that isn't sustainable. But Jesus' words remind us that true freedom comes from living within our means, embracing contentment, and resisting the endless allure of consumerism. In today's fast-paced society, personal finance management and budgeting have never been more critical. Faith is foundational, but it doesn't replace the need for careful planning and accountability. Neglecting to save, failing to plan, or attempting to live extravagantly beyond our capabilities can lead to stress, regret, and strained relationships. Jesus teaches us to be wise, to think ahead, set realistic goals, and move forward confidently in our commitments. Rather than viewing budgeting as restrictive, let's see it as a tool for long-term security and peace of mind. Understanding our financial limits empowers us to make better decisions, avoid unnecessary debt, and focus on what truly matters without being weighed down by financial anxiety. Financial freedom doesn't stem from reckless spending. It's the fruit of careful planning, discipline, and foresight. In a culture that pushes us to buy more, borrow more, and keep up with trends, Jesus' teachings remain strikingly relevant. They call us to exercise wisdom in our financial choices, understand what we can genuinely afford, and guard against the trap of materialism. Living within our means isn't deprivation, it's prioritization. It's creating a manageable, peaceful life aligned with our values. Through these lessons, Jesus provides a framework that transforms how we approach money. He shows us that financial decisions can become a vehicle for spiritual growth, a way to fulfill responsibilities, and a path toward purposeful living. Principles of faith, wisdom, and integrity shape not only our financial lives, but also deepen our understanding of our true calling. For Jesus, money was always a tool, one that could either enhance or hinder our spiritual journey, depending on how we use it. The question we must ask ourselves is, are we faithful stewards of what has been entrusted to us? Are we passing the test of stewardship? Just a few words from Jesus can shift our perspective on wealth, helping us see it for what it truly is, an opportunity to build a life anchored in faith, purpose, and integrity. If this perspective resonates with you or inspires you, I encourage you to share it with someone who needs to hear it. There's so much more to explore together as we continue this journey toward financial wisdom and spiritual growth. Thank you for joining me here, and I look forward to sharing more insights with you soon.